If you're trying to lose weight, you might have noticed that a lot of people nowadays are resorting to things like ozempic, Monjaro, and even Retta to Tratitude. I'm actually not sure how to say it properly. And if you're on the fence about not wanting to use those things and just wanting to lose weight the old-fashioned way, well, in today's video, I'm going to show you how a ton of people just like you have actually lost a lot of weight without resorting to weight loss drugs, which a lot of the time are really expensive, stop working after you take them, and would work much better if you actually had some food and nutrition knowledge behind you, which means that if you do one day decide to take them or your doctor recommends them for you, if you have this knowledge behind you, you're actually going to see much better results. So I'm going to give you a few different examples of people that I've worked with who lost a decent amount of weight and what they did specifically to do that. First of all, I'm going to use the example of my client, Nicole. I worked with Nicole for about 18 to 24 months. She came to me first of all because she had a knee injury, which made her put on a decent amount of weight. Because she had a knee injury, she actually became really sedentary. She stopped dancing, which she was really good at, and she stopped going to the gym. So she wanted a personal trainer to give her like some techniques and training exercises that wouldn't hurt her knee. And after training with me for a little while, she said to me that she wanted to actually address the weight gain that she'd face. So what we did was really simple. I just put her on a calorie deficit, nothing extreme. Now, Nicole lost weight really quickly and she actually looked amazing. She got a ton of compliments from people all around her. And what was great for Nicole is that because I took a really kind approach to her, she'd actually had lots of, what would you call it, hesitations about doing things like calorie counting. I showed her that the only reason why we count calories isn't to obsess over food. It's just so that we have a good understanding of how much energy is coming in. And if we can control that energy, we actually get to control whether we end up being in a calorie surplus, which means that we're going to put fat in our body, or whether we actually stay in a calorie deficit, which allows our body to burn fat. Now, once she understood that, she found it really easy to start tracking calories. I would check her food diary from week to week. I would make suggestions on maybe foods that she should swap so that she's eating more volume of food and getting less calories in. And following something as simple as this, over 12 weeks, she actually ended up losing 8 kilos. Here's the transformation for anyone who wanted to check it out. Now, I'm going to give you a different example. The next example I'm going to talk about is a client that I work with in one of my 12-week challenges called Pam. I have a 12-week challenge coming up. You can join by just hitting the wait list below. If you do, I'll send you all the details you need to know to join it. Now, when I first worked with Pam, Pam came to me as someone who was actually exercising quite a lot. She enjoyed exercising. She was going to classes all the time. But guess what? She just wasn't seeing any changes in her body. And I explained to her that the reason why she wasn't seeing changes is because she was doing a lot of HIIT style classes where you're doing a lot of cardio. When we looked at how much protein she was eating, she was actually really low in protein. She was doing a ton of cardio, which means that she was probably burning some of that muscle away that she had earned by going to the gym. And guess what? She'd also never really tracked calories. So we got her to start tracking calories. We got her to limit her alcohol intake, which was a problem for her, but we got that under control. We got her to start lifting heavier weights. We got her to actually stop doing so many HIIT classes. And we gave her a step target because she did enjoy moving her body quite a lot. Now, because she had a protein target to aim for, because she actually put her body in a calorie deficit, and because we got her to stop doing so many HIIT classes and doing more progressive overload in her training, she actually started toning up her body. She's lost weight. She actually lost 8 kilos in 12 weeks. And she actually won one of my challenges. She ended up winning a $750 travel voucher. I think, and I could be wrong, but I think she's going to Ireland or Scotland at the end of this year with that, which is pretty cool. And now I'm going to give you the most extreme example out of all of them. About 10 years ago, I used to own a CrossFit gym, which you don't care about. But I used to have a lot of people come through at that gym. And when I owned that gym, I used to run paleo 28, 21 day challenges. I had a member come in who was pretty overweight and who, when he signed up, told me, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to stick around here for very long. I've actually never been able to stick to a gym for more than 2 or 3 months. When he first started coming to the gym, he was only coming to the gym once a week. Eventually, he started coming twice a week. And when I ran one of these 21-day nutrition challenges, he actually said to me one day, hey, Raul, do you reckon I should do this if I'm trying to lose weight? I was like, for sure, Jono. So Jono joined the 21-day challenge. I put him on a calorie deficit. And guess what? 18 months later, he actually lost 40 kilos, which is pretty crazy. Now, Jono is one of the biggest transformations that I've had a chance to work with. And what was really cool about working with Jono is that about 3 months into working together, I went up to him and I said, Jono, how are you losing this weight so quickly? I vouch for myself as a nutrition coach, but really, you've had he had such an incredible transformation. And his response really shocked me. He basically just said, look, mate, I just followed what you told me to eat, and I haven't eaten anything else. He just stuck to the calorie deficit and the meal plan to a T. He had all the right work ethic, and he actually became a really good CrossFit athlete as well. Here is this transformation for all of you who want to see it. Now, here's the thing. All of these people were just like you. All of these people are parents who had kids. They all worked full time. They all had a lot going on in their life. Most of them were making the same mistake. They either weren't tracking their calories or putting any focus on their food, or they were training a lot, but they weren't seeing the results that they wanted from their training. Now, if that's the case with you, then I have some good news for you. Because the first thing you can do is you can utilize my free calorie calculator, which you get access to if you just click the link below, which will tell you exactly how many calories you should be eating to be in a deficit. And secondly, right now I've got spaces open for my next 12-week program, which you get access to by just clicking also on the link below to join the waitlist. And if right now you're feeling motivated, but you feel like you need a little bit more proof to know if you could actually lose some weight, here is some extra motivation for you. This client here lost 20 kilos over 12 months. Check out their case study. You'll feel motivated and you might get started too.